But at this moment, what has happened is the Muslim Brotherhood had a large military following also, called Al-Tawheed. Al-Tawheed has been completely destroyed. Nearly all the forces that are fighting Assad today are Islamist and jihadi forces. There are about 7 major groups of them, the worst of whom is called the Jabhat al-Nusra. The Jabhat al-Nusra is an offshoot of the Al-Qaeda in Iraq, which was run by Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, who was the great nemesis of the Americans for 8 years in Iraq. Zarqawi's brother and nephew were both fighting in Syria, and they were, after 5 months of fighting, when they were on their way home, the Jordan police arrested them. That's how it came into the world, into the international press. Now, today, with complete jihadi opposition, the Americans have realized that this is extremely dangerous, and they have been trying to withdraw, but they cannot do so because there is no one to hand over to. And what they are unable to do is to accept Assad's offer, which is for a second conference, in which this time Manna and his 16-party democracy will definitely take part, and has opened it to them and said, look, we have already passed a constitution, but come and look at it. Any further changes you want, make them. And we've held an election, but we'll hold another election. He said all this on January the 6th. And that meeting, that conference is still being arranged. It's meeting full opposition from the West. But Obama knows that there is nowhere to go. Lakhdar Brahimi, the UN representative, gave a proposal in January to the Americans that you must accept a peaceful transition which does not require Assad to go first. He is prepared to cooperate. He said this after a very long meeting with Assad, in which all these facts that I'm talking about had come out. And he is prepared to cooperate. The Russians said, we will go along with you if you do that. The Iranians said, we will back it if you do that. They also said that if you want to fight, we can guarantee you the Syrian regime is not finished. We will make sure that that there will be no victory. You can lay waste to this area, but the jihadis will not win. This is the situation today. Obama seems to have decided that I cannot face a reversal of policy in the US, in part because there are sections of the US, I suspect, US public opinion, which would deem this to be some kind of a betrayal of Israel, not realizing that Israel is the most threatened country if Syria collapses and becomes jihadi. But the point is, this is not understood in America. So Obama just doesn't know what to do, and he's just simply withdrawn. And that civil war is going on, and every day more people are dying. The latest estimate, if it's correct, and I think it's definitely not correct, is about 72,000 people have been killed.
So you guess much more?
It will carry on like this, but Assad will not go. In the end, the West has no option, if it wants a safe Middle East, but to support Assad. And Assad has very carefully left the door open. In spite of all the killing, in spite of all that's been done, Syria does not want enmity with Israel.